Welcome back to another episode of HE Double Hockey Sticks Kitchen. I'm your host, Idiot Sandwich. Do you like spicy?
He's the one, Cole.
Garlic?
Oh.
Onion? Korean? Fried? Chicken? Gan Poong Gi. Gan Poong Gi. Sorry, my Korean's kind of rusty since my K-pop days. But for real, this is one of the best and easily my favorite Korean chicken dishes. To start, we're gonna need some chicken thighs. You know, I'm not made out of money, so these thighs got bones in them and we need to debone them. So I got about 2 pounds of chicken here, like always. Find our thigh bone, cut around it, scrape it. All right, now we got our bones separated in our 2 pounds of chicken thighs here. Cut them into smaller bite-sized pieces. So that'll be about something like that. It's a good size, sure. So now we got all of our chicken into bite-sized pieces. Get this into a mixing bowl for our marinade. Toss all of our pieces of chicken, pieces of me. All right, so for 2 pounds of chicken, we're gonna use 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, half a teaspoon worth of black pepper, 2 eggs. Mix that really good. Once that's all mixed up, we're gonna put about 2 cups of cornstarch. You use potato starch, rice starch, tapioca starch. I guess you could even use wheat starch. This gives it that extra crispiness. And we'll mix that together. Coat that chicken. I think you gotta use your hands. Get all in there. Separate the pieces. Get that really nice and coated with your starch. Maybe we should have done this in batches because the chicken's really sticking together due to the starch. But so our cornstarch and our marinade's all mixed. Each piece is kind of separated from each other. Should look something like this. We're gonna let that hang out and rest and marinate in the fridge for at least half an hour while we prep everything else out. That should be enough time for this. Next, we're gonna be making some white rice. Now, if you don't know how to make white rice in your life, not to shame you, but white rice is essential to life. So, got about 3 of those Asian cups of rice. I'm gonna wash, slap it in here with the right amount of water. If you're using the little cups, you could follow this little guide. And for all the OGs, you could use the finger method. I don't need to explain how to make white rice, people. Come on. But if you know how to make rice on a stovetop, you could teach me because I have no idea how to do that. Rice cooker, everything's simple, it's perfect. You got one of these fancy Japanese rice cookers that you have no idea what it's saying. I think that function is white rice, plain rice. I don't know. Someone could speak and read Japanese. You let me know. Pretty cool. All right, so we got our chicken in the fridge. Our rice is going. While we wait for all those things, let's make a perfect salad that goes along with it. So we're gonna want something that's sour, a little sweet to balance out all the spicy and savory onion and garlic and the whole chicken. It's all deep fried. And it's a carrot and ginger dressing. I don't know if you go to those Korean or Japanese restaurants and they got this nice fancy little salad at the beginning. So good. Never knew what it was, but it's a carrot ginger salad dressing thing. So in a food processor, we're gonna need about 140 grams of carrot, which is usually the size of 1 regular carrot. But I have these baby carrots and we need to get rid of them. Gonna chop these down so it's a little bit easier on the processor. Again, these don't have to be exact measurements of carrot to ginger, but if you like it more carroty, add more carrot. If you like it more gingery, add more ginger. Speaking of ginger, we're gonna need about 20 grams of ginger, about 2 inches worth. Now, if you don't know the proper way of peeling ginger properly, using the back of a spoon, I'm just gonna push against the skin. Super quick, super easy. We got our ginger peeled in the processor. So in our food processor, we're gonna wanna process this until it gets very smooth and puree-like. Nice and fine. At this point, we'll add about 1.5 tablespoons of white sugar, tablespoon of soy sauce, teaspoon of sesame oil, the toasted kind, pinch of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of rice wine, 1/2 teaspoon of rice vinegar, 1/4 cup of a neutral flavor oil, vegetable canola, stuff like that. The canola here. So what we'll do is we'll blend all that together first. slowly pour in our oil. Oh, this thing has a little spout. Once all that's mixed together, let's give this a taste. Needs a little bit more carrot. That's nice. I'm just gonna pour this into a little container. And that's our little salad dressing here. You're gonna wanna serve this with some fresh iceberg. Works really well together. You could add some tomatoes, cucumbers, carrot, anything fresh. This thing goes well with all of it. All right, so for the next step, we're gonna start making a chili oil for our sauce. We're gonna infuse that with our onion and garlic. Seems kind of excessive, but it's well worth it. So we have a whole large, softball size white onion, which we're gonna cut it lengthwise. This lengthwise? Yeah, lengthwise. Peel the outer skin, the layers you don't want. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta get to the inside. It's the inside that really matter. Cut the ends off, and then we'll cut it lengthwise. So we have long strips. So we got our onion. Now we're gonna use a whole head of garlic. So with our garlic peeled, gonna want to cut them into slices as well. So in a large skillet, I heat up about 3/4 of a cup of oil on low, a little bit over low. Toss in all of our onion, garlic. Slowly let this heat up, let the oil get infused with this onion. So while we're here, we could cut up some of our other veggies that are part of the chicken, stir fry in the sauce. So that's 2 green onions. We got some red pepper, green pepper. Just like everything else, we're gonna slice these long. Here we got these cut and set. We're gonna get ready to get our first fry in. We're gonna do a double fry yet again. You really want that double fry because when we make the sauce, you want them extra crispy, so when you sauce them, they stay crispy. Nobody likes soggy chicken. You're gonna want to heat this oil up to 325-ish. Another ingredient you're gonna need are these Korean dried chilies. I don't know, they're Korean, these are Chinese. These dried chilies really elevate the flavor. Rice is done. So we got our oil preheated to 325. We're gonna want to fry these around 300 to 320. Sure, we put them in there in separate pieces. So while we wait on our chicken to fry, we'll make our sauce. Start with 1/4 cup of honey, 1/4 cup of rice wine, cooking. Rice wine. I swear I saw a wabbit. 1/4 cup of rice vinegar. Next, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. And another 1/4 cup of oyster sauce. About 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Tablespoon of cornstarch. Thicken the sauce. And lastly, 2 tablespoons of chili powder. We'll whisk that all together and get ready to go to the stove to put everything in chicken. First fry is almost done. Get ready for the second fry. Sauce, stir fry our vegetables, get everything together. Comes in together pretty quickly. Our onions and garlic are almost done. From low to medium low. It's kind of a medium here to finish them off, but once they get golden color, we could pull them off. A couple more minutes in here. That's good. Alright, so we're ready for our second fry. Our heat is oiled to 375. Start getting these in for the second little bubble bath. I'm gonna fry them for about 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes. Get them extra crispy. First fry, crispy. Second fry, now they're super crispy. Another batch that goes in. Alright, so now our onion and our garlic have developed some really nice color. Hard to see, but they should be golden by now. So we'll pull these out, drain them, and why don't I just use tongs? Off the heat for now. This spider. So now we got this super flavorful onion garlic infused oil. We'll bring out a lot of the garlic and oil, garlic and onion flavor. We are also gonna do 2 teaspoons of chili flakes. Now we have the base of our spicy onion, garlic, and then we got our chicken. All right, so we're gonna bring this back to about medium high. Get this oil going. So we'll start with our green onions. Well, that smells so good. Next are bell peppers. I hope this pan is big enough for this. These start to cook down a bit. 8 of our dried red chili peppers. And we'll add our sauce. Toss this in for about a minute until our sauce thickens up. Once that's done, we'll off our heat. Oh man, that smells so good. So we'll add back our onions and garlic. Then we'll toss our chicken. Hey buddy, I need bigger chopsticks. I need a bigger pan. Pull it off here, it's kind of hot. And then for the final touch, toasted sesame seeds. Iceberg dressing a little bit. Drizzle of our, we got our rice that is perfect. This is the best guy. And lastly, oh boy, we got this beautiful, beautiful Gan Poong Gi. So that's it for our spicy onion garlic Korean fried chicken, Gan Poong Gi. It literally has all the flavors. It's spicy, it's garlicky, it's oniony, soury, it's sweety, Korean-y, fried-y, chicken-y. These aren't real words, I don't care. This is the best. And you got this fresh, light, wonderful salad to balance this out. When you eat it with some white rice, perfectly balanced, as all things should be. So I hope you give this a try. Let me know how it goes. First call is free. Now if you made it this far, thanks for watching. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. I mean, I'm not gonna force you. I'm not your dad or anything. Or am I?
Oh yeah.